I wasted 35 years making the same mistake, but in the next 10 minutes, I'll save you from doing the same. If someone had told me this earlier, my life would be completely different. Most people realize this too late, but you're lucky because you're about to learn it now. This one realization changed everything for me. It can change everything for you too, if you listen till the end. Before we start, 90% of you watching aren't subscribed. If you find value in my videos, take a second to hit that subscribe button. It's free for you but means everything to me. Now, let's get started. This keeps it short, direct, and encourages more subscriptions without being pushy. Let me know if you need any changes. The struggle, my biggest mistake. I still remember the day when it finally hit me. But before I tell you that, let me take you back in time. For years, I was stuck in the same cycle. Every morning, I would wake up thinking, today will be different. But by the end of the day, nothing changed. Days turned into months, months into years, and I kept making the same mistake without even realizing it. I thought I was doing everything right. I worked hard. I followed what everyone told me, do this, and you'll succeed. Work harder, and things will change. So I did. I kept pushing, kept struggling, believing that one day, everything would magically fall into place. But guess what? It didn't. No matter how hard I tried, I kept facing the same failures. I kept running in circles, wondering why I wasn't moving forward. It felt like I was trying to open a locked door, without realizing I had the wrong key all along. And the worst part? I didn't even see the mistake I was making. It was so obvious, yet invisible to me. There were nights when I'd lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking, why is nothing working for me? What am I missing? I started doubting myself. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe success wasn't meant for me. Maybe I was just unlucky. I saw others moving ahead, achieving their dreams, living the life I wanted. And here I was, stuck in the same place, watching time slip through my fingers. Until one day, something happened. A simple moment changed everything. A conversation, a sentence, a realization so powerful that it shattered everything I believed in. And that's when I finally understood why I was stuck, why my efforts weren't working, and what I needed to do to turn everything around. The moment that changed everything. It happened on a day just like any other. I was sitting with a friend, venting about my struggles, how I had tried everything but nothing seemed to work. He listened patiently, nodding as I spoke. And then, after a long pause, he said something that hit me like a lightning bolt. You're so focused on working hard, but have you ever stopped to ask if you're working on the right thing? I froze. The right thing? I always thought hard work was the answer. If I just put in more effort, more time, more energy, things would eventually change. But for the first time, I realized, what if I was climbing the wrong ladder all along? My friend continued, imagine you're trying to cut down a tree. You swing the axe over and over, but instead of hitting the tree, you keep hitting the ground next to it. No matter how strong you are, no matter how long you swing, the tree won't fall. Your effort isn't the problem, your aim is. That hit me deep. I had spent years repeating the same mistakes, thinking effort alone would bring success. But in reality, I was putting energy into the wrong things that weren't actually helping me move forward. For the first time, I saw my mistake clearly. I wasn't questioning my direction. I wasn't stepping back to see the bigger picture. And that's when I made a decision. I needed to stop running in circles. I needed to change my approach, not just my effort. That single realization changed my life forever. What I finally understood. That day, something inside me shifted. It was like a fog had lifted, and for the first time, I could see things clearly. I had spent years believing that hard work alone was the key to success. But the truth? Hard work in the wrong direction is just wasted effort. I realized that successful people weren't just working hard, they were working smart. They weren't just putting in the hours, they were putting them in the right place. So, I asked myself 3 simple questions that completely changed my approach. Am I chasing the right goal? I had been running so fast, but I never stopped to ask if I was running in the right direction. Was I doing what actually mattered? Or was I just busy for the sake of being busy? Am I learning from my mistakes? For years, I kept making the same mistakes, expecting different results. But successful people don't just fail and move on, they analyze, they adjust, they adapt. Am I surrounding myself with the right people? I had been listening to the wrong advice, following the wrong crowd. But when I started learning from people who had already succeeded, everything changed. Once I asked these questions, my entire perspective shifted. How you can apply this today. Now, here's the most important part. How can you avoid the mistake I made? How can you skip the years of struggle and start seeing real progress right now? I'll keep it simple. If you don't want to waste years like I did, start by doing these 3 things today. Pause and reflect. Don't just keep moving blindly. Take a step back and ask yourself, am I chasing the right goal? If the answer is I don't know or maybe not, then it's time to rethink your direction. Work on the right things, not just harder. Hard work only pays off if you're working on the right problem. Instead of asking, how can I work more? Start asking, what is the smartest way to do this? Learn from those who have already succeeded. Find someone who has done what you want to do and learn from them. Whether it's through books, videos, or mentorship, surround yourself with the right knowledge and people. The truth is, life doesn't reward effort, it rewards results. And results come from doing the right things, not just doing more things. So, if you start applying this today, you can save yourself years of frustration. You won't have to look back, wondering why things never worked out, because you'll be on the right path from the start. Will you keep working harder in the wrong direction? Or will you take a step back, reflect, and start making smarter choices today? The choice is yours. If this lesson helped you, imagine how many others are still stuck in the same loop, just like I was. Share this video so they can break free too. And if you want more real-life lessons like this, hit the like button so I know this helped you, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Let me know in the comments, what's one thing you realized too late in life? I'd love to hear your story. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, work smarter, not just harder. Like, share, and subscribe.